Welcome back to Give Me Five with Jones and Eli. Eli, which video game would you least like to be sucked into?
I don't think getting sucked into any video game could end well for me, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to say Pac-Man. What's the point of Pac-Man, right? I'm assuming if I get sucked in, I'm going to be the Pac-Man. And so my entire life now becomes I have to go around. I don't have legs, I don't have arms, it's just my face. And I'm just going around eating little yellow circles, trying not to get eaten by a ghost. I can't win. There's no winning in Pac-Man. It's just not losing. And I can never stop. I can never rest. What? What are you going to say?
If you eat those circles, then they turn blue, and you could probably munch on all those guys. They
if I
probably
eat
taste good.
The one big circle that comes once in a blue moon, then yeah, I have a great 30-second run where I become the predator. But guess what, Jones? I become the predator. I have a great 30-second run. I eat one of the ghosts. I'm all happy. And now he's chasing me again because he just respawned 5 seconds away from me and now he's trying to kill me again. There's that temporary satisfaction, but in general, it would suck.
Yeah, I think my pick is going to be Crossy Road because I'm just going forever. There's no end in sight. At least with Pac-Man, right? You could end the level and then you're starting to get some cloud about you. You kind of feel good about yourself. Crossy Road, even if I get to 1,875, I have to keep going and the screen keeps moving. I can't stay in the same place. I'm a nomad, dude.
No, but the thing in Crossy Road is you can stop. You can just chill at the crosswalks for a bit if you want.
No, but the screen moves up, so that's a very temporary
really?
fix. We're talking a 4 to 5 second respite. How am I even going to drink agua in that time?
Have you ever ripped real life Crossy Road? Are you an against the light kind of walker, or are you always following the law?
Well, obviously, bro, I'm from the New York area. I'm always an against the light walker, but I'm never the Crossy Road guy. I never go out when there's cars going out. I know people who do that, and then if somebody comes out, hey, I'm walking here.
What's the legal responsibility there? If you get hit by a car while trying to cross your road your way across the street, which, by the way, we should explain for any listeners out there who don't know what Crossy Road is, basically a game where you have to quite literally cross the road without getting hit by the
listeners who were really having trouble picking up on that. I'm a little concerned. Maybe you should be hitting a library instead of listening to Give Me Five, or do both, because I never want to promote not listening to the pod.
Was Crossy Road part of that Flappy Bird phenomena of like, what was that, 2013 or something? Because they're pretty similar games, right?
Well, they are kind of similar in concept, but they're more similar in graphic. I don't know if the same people made them at all. Yeah, I don't really know.
Just but the whole concept of tapping and stuff, like you tap and you move.
A lot of tapping, a lot of pressing. But really, I think the OG graphics are better. Give me those Pac-Man graphics any day. Those were fire.
What are you picking now? Best game. If you could get sucked into any video game ever, we're talking like, what was that movie? There's a movie where this happens.
Jumanji, I believe you're referring to.
That's not what I was thinking, but that is also another one. If we're going Jumanji style, you get sucked into a game. And by the way, I'm going to open this up now. In the spirit of Jumanji, it could be a board game as well. It could be a board game, a card game, any kind of game, anything. You got to get sucked in, and maybe you have to beat it to escape. I'm not sure how you get out. Maybe you have to beat it to get out. What's it going to be?
Well, it's two different things. If it's a board game, I'm going Monopoly. I want Park Place. I want Boardwalk. I want to be the tycoon of the world. If it's a game, maybe I'm going to Mario, because then I get my squad with me. We have a super fun time going through all the levels, and then I get my girl Peach at the end.
Well, I was going to say, I think that the actual best answer, there's two best answers. One is any kind of sports game where you can go into, play 2K or FIFA or something. You can just live out your dream as an athlete. That would be glorious. And then the second option would be Mario Kart, because that is one where you literally can't lose. You just get to race around all day with your buddies. And if you lose the race, who cares? You don't die. Any game where you're at risk of death is going to be an anti. And also, you say you want to go to Monopoly. Jones, we're living Monopoly, man. It's capitalism. We're living it.
It is. And see, that's how my mind has been programmed. That's how my American mind has been programmed. When there's one, I could go into any game and I could go into this crazy fantasy. I first want to go Monopoly because I'm just addicted to the money. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a poker player?
Yeah, Texas Hold'em, mainly. Do you play?
Yeah, I mean, I dabble. I've been to some casinos in my life. Been played a few times, but I'm trying to think of like, how would you get sucked into poker? I guess you couldn't really.
Like you'd be one of the cards, like, oh my gosh, I hope I get included in this winning hand.
Well, I was imagining either you'd be one of the chips and then you just kind of trade around between people, or you are like one of the emblems on the card. Because I like to imagine each of the little diamonds is its own entity. They don't necessarily all work together.
See, that's interesting. The other game I was thinking about getting sucked into as maybe the best experience would be Grand Theft Auto. But I don't know. Again, if you die when you actually die in that game, you're not going to make it too long. But that does seem like a pretty fun game to be in.
What about like? Do you remember Pop Tropica?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One of those games, like the old school computer, like early, 2011,
Club
2012,
Penguin
type something
vibe?
like that. Yeah, that could be fun. Just being, I feel like there's a difference between being in the computer and being on like an Xbox. Being on a TV feels a lot scarier.
Oh yeah, when you're inside a computer, things are chill. But when you're in a PlayStation, I mean, the sweat starts coming down the head rapidly.
I think Fortnite's also a good shout because you just, even if you die, you get respawned pretty much immediately.
As long as I can land Tomato Town. This has been Gimme 5 with Jones and Eli. A reminder to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, subscribe on YouTube, send us an email, leave a comment. We want to do your pod topic. Eli, thanks for talking.
Always a pleasure, Jones. Talk to you soon.